Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is a screencast-o-matic recording for the part of the lesson that has the reading on political parties. Please listen carefully to the following presentation as the content for the answers to the questions will be conveyed in this recording. Remember that you can replay any part of this presentation that you might need for detail or clarity later, or you can also reference the source that is posted on Google Classroom as well. Let's go ahead and get started. Political parties. From the beginning, American political parties have had a tarnished reputation. In his 1796 farewell address to the nation, George Washington warned against the baneful effects of a spirit of party as inciting American citizens with ill-founded jealousies. Today, many Americans take pride in their status as independent voters, partly because they see parties as lacking vision for the country. Since many Americans have become disenchanted by partisan politics, they avoid identification as a loyal Democrat or a staunch Republican. These negative attitudes toward parties are rooted in the roles that they play in American politics. Here are some of the roles of political parties. Running candidates for political office. Parties select candidates for many elected positions in American politics. With so many officials to choose, most voters would be overwhelmed by the decisions that they would have to make if candidates did not wear party labels. So parties present policy alternatives for voters. Some voters even choose a straight ticket or candidates from the same party for all positions in that election. Checking the other party. A party that does not hold the majority in Congress often keeps the party in power from taking complete control. Party leaders can publicly criticize actions of a president who was elected by an opposite party. The criticism of partisanship comes from this party role because many Americans think that the checking becomes petty and self-serving. Informing the public. Parties take stands on issues and criticize the points of view of other parties. Their well-publicized discussions help to inform citizens about the important issues and present alternative ways of solving societal problems. Organizing the government. Congress and the state legislators are organized according to party affiliations. Legislative representatives usually support their party's position when considering potential laws and policies, and most votes fall roughly along party lines. Virtually all candidates run for public office with party labels that define their behavior even after they win. Why a two-party system? Most other democratic nations have multi-party systems, even though third parties have popped up regularly throughout American history. They have either died or their ideas have been absorbed by a major party. 3 good reasons for the American two-party system include the following. Consensus of values. It is easy to complain about petty bickering between Democrats and Republicans. What we sometimes forget is that Americans share a broad consensus or agreement of many basic political values. Both parties believe in liberty, equality, and individualism. Neither advocates that the Constitution be discarded, and both parties accept the election process and concede defeat to the winners. In many countries with multi-party systems, the range of beliefs is greater and disagreements run deeper. For example, in modern-day Russia, one party advocates a return to communism, some offer modified socialism and/or capitalism, and one promotes ultranationalism. Historical influence. The nation began with 2 political parties, the Federalists and the Democratic Republicans. During the early American history, politicians tended to take sides, starting with the debate over the Constitution and continuing with disagreements between 2 of the George Washington's cabinet members, Alexander Hamilton and Thomas Jefferson. The tendency has persisted throughout American history. The winner-take-all system. The single most important reason for a two-party system is the winner-take-all electoral system. In contrast to systems with proportional representation, the winner in American elections is the one who receives the largest number of votes. The winner does not need to have more than 50%, but only one vote more than his or her opponents. If a third party receives 15% of the vote for every contested Senate seat, the party wins 0 seats in the United States Senate. Consequently, one of the 2 major parties almost always wins in plurality. Third parties are completely shut out of national offices. So even though political parties are often regarded as necessary evils, they still play an important role in American government and politics today. The 2 broad-based major political parties offer alternatives to voters and help connect citizens to their own government. So as you guys can see, that's the purpose and rationale and a general function and description of political parties in today's government. Thank you very much for tuning in, and please remember to finish the rest of the lesson accordingly.